Judge, I forgot to approach you on this other case. It's Miss Loyola. Judge, she has an AFM in our court, but she has a felony.
So she's on bond for an assault of a family member,
Yes.
on bond for a felony assault of a peace officer, and now you pick up a new case.
And what happened was she went to felony.
Oh, hold on. I don't even think we've done probable cause yet. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You now stand charged with possession of marijuana. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or $2,000 fine.
Thank you, Your Honor. On March 19th, 2025, a law enforcement officer observed a white Chevrolet Silverado ahead of him on the block 12600 block of Wilkland Parkway and ran the license plate through the NCIC TCIC. Registration was shown to be expired as June 2024. A traffic stop was initiated and the law enforcement officer made contact with the defendant, the driver. The law enforcement officer observed a strong odor of marijuana, and the defendant claimed at first she didn't have anything in the motor vehicle, then confessed she had marijuana and several pipes. The defendant was detained. Probable cause search of the motor vehicle was done, and the law enforcement officer located multiple marijuana pipes. The law enforcement officer located a small bag of a leafy green substance and a black bag in the back seat. It was identified as marijuana, and the bag was within arm's reach of the defendant. Total weight of the marijuana was 0.09 ounces.
Since she has a license.
Yes, Your Honor. It does show be
Eligible or
ineligible.
ineligible? Not allowed to drive. You will now be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. I don't give a rat's behind what your excuse is. If I find that you drive, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and or a $500 fine every time you drive. You are on bond for 2 cases. Your first bond violation report was filed in February for you not showing up for testing, and now you've picked up a new case. I now revoke your bond on the assault case.
Judge, if I may,
Please.
she went to felony court, and she was also revoked there. She just spent probably 4 or 5 days there. Is that
Yeah.
right? And she's out here,
And
so
the date I missed was, I was in jail for a traffic ticket and a
The-
big call.
I don't know if you heard that, Judge, but the day that she missed court here the first time.
No,
wa-
whenever I missed the
You missed
test.
it, that's right. She actually had texted me and she got taken into custody because of a traffic ticket. I have all that. So she was actually on her way to the testing and got picked over, and therefore she couldn't continue to make it there. So she's already been punished for bond revocation on the felony court, which she spent 5 days in jail last week. When did you get out on that?
Saturday.
Saturdays. And so if we take her in, I know you have a right to, Judge. It seems to me like it's kind of like a double whammy for her, especially for the fact that for that first BVR, she did honestly try to make an attempt to get there. I have the phone records for that, Judge.
When someone tells me something and they repeatedly fail to recognize the conditions that we set forth, for me, it goes in one ear and it goes out the other ear. You telling me something when you get out the doors, you still do whatever the hell you want to do without regard to bond conditions in this court. I'm now revoking your bond. She goes with you. Well, hold on. I need to sign this affidavit so she's not going to drive. And then she goes with you. I'm sorry,
Can
John,
I-
but it's just one thing after the other. Just
Do you want to go ahead and just issue a new bond, or can I revisit you in about an hour to figure out what we want to do, Judge?
Sure.
You want to do it that way? Okay.
You been down with that, please?
She went to court 16.
She did, or will we have to wait till you give me?
Well, hold on a second. Hold on a second. You really want to do a probation with Mr. Proctor?
That's what he said, Judge.
You couldn't even stay out of trouble while you're on bond. Why do you actually think that you can make a probation? Yeah, I've heard that before. How many times have I heard that before? How many bond violations have we had, Mr. Proctor? You know, you can lie to me, but you can't lie to yourself. You know, if you think you repeatedly fail to appear for court. You repeatedly fail to comply with bond conditions. How on earth do you think that you're going to be able to make probation where you have to do classes, you have to remain clean, you have to report once a month? You can't even report to court once a month. How are you going to do this for 12 months? History says otherwise, Mr. Proctor. Will we do a TRAS on you? Before I do anything, I don't know how to go forward with him. And I think that probably the best way to see is to have Mr. Proctor evaluated to see what conditions and what is the appropriate way to go forward, because I have no idea what's going on in your life. I have no idea what you have, and we don't want to see you fail, Mr. Proctor. We want you to leave better than you came. But just doing this right here, it's just throwing you out there to the wolves. I mean, if you really think that this is the appropriate way, you can even, while you're on bond for a couple months, stay out. Before, I would like to have him evaluated. So what we do is we have clinicians available that can interview you, talk to you about you, what's going on with your life, what has been happening with you, how everything has transpired and how we've gotten here to this point, and to see what's the best way that we go forward. Do we need a treatment plan? Do we need inpatient treatment? Is it sufficient to do out? I don't know, but I'm not ready to do this just yet. I think that we need to have your TRAS to see how we go forward. Let's see what they say, and then at that point, you want to court reporter regardless, right?
Oh, no, sir, no, sir. We will respectfully honor the
So let's.
request by the court.
It doesn't have to take long. I can expedite it so we can have everything done within the next couple of days. We're not talking weeks. We're not talking, so we can have everything done quick. Because I don't want you to just sit there and languish. But I need to know how to go forward. And this, I don't think that this is the appropriate way. If they say after we have you evaluated, if they say and they give the blessing, then I'm all for it. I want to do what they advise because they know best. Every time I have someone TRAS and I deviate from it, we pay dearly. So that's why I trust them to give us the best advice as how to go forward. All right? Give me a couple days. Let me get the TRAS done. We can come back and then we'll go forward. Okay?
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you,
Thank you.
I just want to make sure I have it written on my notes, so we just want to wait for the TRAS before we do the plea.
Right. Yeah, because I want to know what are the appropriate conditions that we put? Because this right now, this is the type of probation that we usually do when people have, no violations or, they've been, but here we have multiple, 4 different violations from one thing or the other. So that's why.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Judge.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hey, Your Honor,
Sheila.
I'm approaching on Mr. Portillo Sanchez.
Judge, was presumptively positive for alcohol, fentanyl, and cocaine.
Your Honor, he wants to take a plea for 180 days today, which he's got 22 days credit, so.
I don't know.
All right.
I think the last time we had said a year, right?
We set it for trial, I think, on the 22nd-ish, and he wants to plead to 180. No, okay. Will you, is there anything the court would accept? No.
I'm over and over and over. And I don't know if that's what it is that's causing everything in all these cases. But I have a sneaky suspicion that it could be due to all that. You now tested positive for cocaine, fentanyl, what else?
An alcohol, Judge.
Alcohol. You were on bond for 5 different violent cases. Goes with you. I'm sorry, Mr. Portillo. What I would like to do, because obviously now we now know that there may be a more substantive issue that may be causing all this. So what I'd like to do is have him TRAS to see how we go forward. But I'm not going to just continue to take these cases where we're basically pleading guilty, throwing him in there 30 days, gets out, he picks up another felony. We have now 4 or 5 open felonies. No, I'm not going to continue to perpetuate this revolving door of you picking up a case, getting out, picking up a case, getting out, picking up a case, and now you're testing positive. No, we will now get to the root of what the problem is and why you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, now 15. It ends today. Goes with you? We'll have him TRAS. Let's see what it says. And then, you know, but I'm not just going to continue to do the same thing in hopes that when he gets out. So, send it for TRAS. We'll come back in a couple days, get the report, and let's see what they say on how it goes. Okay. But I'm not going to just continue to do the same thing and hope for a unicorn because it's just not going to happen, you know?
I would like to just,
It's up to you.
I would
Want
like,
to?
I mean, if,
Can,
I-
but
right,
let's figure out what's going on.
sure. I just want to see what I mean,
Sure.
obviously as his attorney, I need to
Absolutely.
see what his options are and meet with
And I don't
him.
want you to do anything you are not kosher, or not happy with, you know? Before we do anything, you know, of course I want your blessing. And if he says no to what they say, then we just go
Have
to
a
trial.
trial.
And we'll go one after the other. Just be ready, please. Okay.
Should we, I guess, set him like for Friday or something and see, I don't know.
It's probably gonna be the process of today. I don't know if it's tomorrow.
No, there's no way. It's now 11:30. Till tomorrow, he's still gonna be processing.
Right.
So we can't start the TRAS until he's out. Latest will probably be Wednesday is when we get it done. I would say we probably will have the report.
Well, but he'll be set for bail review automatically, right? For Wednesday or?
But if he stays in holdover, somebody can come over there.
We usually have people come here to do the TRAS here.
Right, okay.
Here, to
Okay.
try to expedite it so that they don't sit there for a week or
Sure.
2 weeks, you know, because we want to, it's not the idea, it's just to hold, just for the sake of holding, is to get everything done quick so you guys can make the informed decision quick. And we'll see, you know, and the idea is hopefully he's honest and then try to get to the cause because,
The options.
you know, before there's a murder case because he's using and he does something that's irreparable, you know?
I
I
understand.
mean, how many times have we seen it? So, okay.
Thank you.
Tiger.
Sorry, Judge, I just have,
Man,
I'm terrible. I'm in this death penalty capital, so I just don't.
still?
Yes, Your Honor, we're 2 out of 3 weeks. I just have 4 minutes left on my bathroom break. Mr. Thomas tested, it looks like his marijuana levels are going down, but he did test positive for alcohol. I
Talk
talked,
to Mr. Thomas.
he's present, Judge.
Not only have I reinstated his bond once already, but now we're working a second bond violation warrant. What do I need to do to get your attention, Mr. Thomas? Yeah, right. Justin,
Yes, Your
what
Honor.
do I need to do? Put his butt in jail?
Um, I think we've been in felony court this morning, so I don't want you to think he wasn't here. He was,
I don't
he
care
was
about
great.
that. I care about him continuing to use and continuing to do whatever the hell he wants to do without regard to bond conditions. You do what you want to do. I think I have but one choice, Justin, and to just put him in jail.
Judge, what do you think about some AA meetings or some?
I don't think it'll. When did we order him not to use?
What was the last name again, Judge?
This is Thomas, Mr. Thomas.
Conditions were set in place on October 11th.
This past October, we told him not to use.
The marijuana is negligible, so it's almost out of the system. It was a 0.005, I think. I understand the court's frustration and concern.
If it's been bond conditions since October, we're now nearly April 1st. It's been 6 months. So it should have been way, way gone.
No, it was from the positive. So you admonished him on the positive not to use, and then, so this was his first test since,
February 6th.
right, and so that's what I'm saying. So the marijuana is negligible. I know it's not an excuse, but I don't know that we read all of our bond conditions about alcohol. Now, I know that's not an excuse because he signed for it. I get it. But I do want to point out to the court that the marijuana is basically out of the system. It was like, that's why I'd asked for the levels, but it was like at a 0.05 or 0.005. It was,
Alicia, do you see that?
The levels, Judge, let me see if it's in the email.
it was, I asked for them, Judge.
I know. I saw that you did. What do you do for a living? Where do you work?
So it's pizzeria. I'm a chef.
What is it?
So it's pizzeria. I'm a chef.
He's a chef at Russo's Pizzeria, and we're in school. So we are being productive members of society.
How do I know that? Am I supposed to take your word for it?
You can take his mom's, Judge. I talk to his mom pretty much on a regular basis.
Judge, if you see that number, however, truthfully, I don't know what that means. But it is a low number. So that's all I have to offer for, but.
Here's what we're going to do, is I'm putting a scram monitor on his ankle, so I know that he's not consuming alcohol. I'm now going to put a GPS monitor and I'm giving you a curfew, because I don't want you out in the middle of the night. I'm giving you a 10 p.m. curfew. If you ever have another bond violation, I'm going to revoke your bond and I'm going to make it so high. Do you understand?
Sir.
I'm sorry.
I will test you again in 2 weeks. If you test positive for marijuana after 2 weeks, then that tells me that you've continued to use, and I'm going to lock you up. Do you understand?
Sir.
Thank you, Judge. Maybe excuse to go back to very important cases.
Yeah, so he's back in 2 weeks to test. If he tests positive after the 0.05 nanograms or whatever the hell it is, if he's still testing positive.
I have
then
nothing
that's it.
left to say, Judge.
All right.
I will be speechless.
All right.
Your Honor, I am here on Mr. John C. Joseph, BBR, alleged BBR violation, Judge. Sitting over in the jury box. It's my understanding that he left his area curfew area on 9:07 p.m. on 5/20 came back at 9:31, approximately 24 minutes. I spoke with him. It's my understanding that he went over to his sister's house because he and his girlfriend had gotten into a heated discussion. He informed me.
Mr. Joseph.
He informed me that he left to stop proceeding the assault, possibly assault between the two.
I do everything in my power to try to prevent people from going back into custody. But some people just refuse to just, I don't know what I can do to get your attention. You now have 2 open cases, and now this is your second bond violation. What do I need to do to get your, what do I need to do to get your attention? Is it putting you back in jail, Mr. Joseph, and making your bond high? Your actions tell me different. This is what we're going to do. I'm sending him now for a drug and alcohol test. I want to know what, if anything, is in the system. You were to come back. If you fail to test, if you fail to take the test, if you fail to come back, it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand? I don't want you to say anything. I want you to go take.
I'm offended. I'm not time for to get on my sister.
You have been on bond, Mr. Joseph.
I think the last time he was in court, Judge, I think he made an admission that he had used drugs during that court appearance. And if that's the case, he may be correct in that it may still be in his system, Your Honor, because it hasn't been 30 days.
The first burglary of a motor vehicle has been open since June of 2024. Since that time, I have told you not to use.
Okay.
Take a seat for me. I don't know what we're gonna do. Take a seat.
Thank you, Judge.
You were here in June last year. Because you came in late then. Now we have another set of bond violation for you coming in late. Why would I continue to let you go? I let you go already once and you did it again.
Instead of voting on Thursday.
Do you see what I mean? Because me, if I let you go, then I'm telling you it's okay for you to do what you're doing, when it's not.
Judge, if I may, I believe that he has a legitimate reason. I believe that if he had not gone, there was the possibility that an assault or some other harm could have happened to his girlfriend. From my conversation with Mr. Joseph, he informed me that he left, and it was just for only 24 minutes. He left in order for both of those parties to cool down before a fight or an act of violence escalated between those two parties. I personally think that that was the right thing to do.
Who do you live with at home?
My girlfriend, but my sister stay right down the sidewalk in the same apartments.
You stay in a complex.
Yes, sir.
She doesn't live with you.
Huh?
She doesn't live with you.
No, not my sister.
So who is the fight with?
It's my understanding that it was his girlfriend.
Is it the family here?
My girlfriend here.
So the fight was with who?
It wasn't a fight, it was a words that was about to escalate into a fight, at which time he left for a cooling off period with his
My
girlfriend. And he left, something serious could have happened. I believe that was, even though it was a violation of the bond condition, I believe that it could have been worse had he not left.
If you put your hands on anyone, I don't care who it is, if it's a woman, if it's a man, I'm gonna put my hands all over you. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Nothing in this life can justify you putting your hands on anyone. You have
Man, my
two,
hands on her. I just left so the situation can cool down.
you have two open cases. At all times, you need to be thinking to yourself, if I do this, what's going to happen? If I say this, what's going to happen? If you're going to antagonize, meaning if you're going to say something that makes someone flip out on you and the laws come over and they see you and they look you up, 9 times out of 10, they're going to go against you. You need to be thinking of these things at all times. You get into a fight with them, words, it's always going to end up bad for you. I understand and I appreciate de-escalating the situation, meaning you're leaving so that it doesn't end up in anything more. But it shouldn't be like that in the first place. Are you working?
No, I just did 3 job applications. I'm waiting on the interview to be
Mr. Judge, yes, sir, I know you are.
I don't care.
I do, Judge.
Why aren't you working?
I just recently started looking for jobs.
You have too much time on your hands. You need something to do in this life before it takes you down. When you have too much time on your hands, you become self-destructive. You need something to do in this life. It's time for you to start working. And I want to see that you get a job. Toria, can we help him out?
Yes, I'll give them some resources.
We're going to give you resources to try to help you get a job. There's no reason why you can't have a job within the next couple weeks if you try. When you put your heart and soul into it, you can achieve damn near anything. It's just how badly do you want it? That's what it amounts to. And when you do get a job, if you really do a bang up job, and if you do well and you don't do stuff half-assed, all you're going to do is you're going to go up and you will make more money. The higher you go up in a job, the more money you're going to make. And then everybody's happy. When you get to buy nice things, that's what life's about. Not the janky, stupid ass jobs where you're making $6 an hour. No. Work hard so you can make a lot of money. All right.
It's great.
I'm not going to ding you. I don't want any more issues. Do you understand, Mr. Joseph?
Yes, sir.
I'm bringing you back in 2 weeks, and I want to see that you have a job. 2 to 3 weeks. If I see that you haven't put any effort into it, it's not going to go well between us. I also don't want you to use any dope. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If I find that you're testing positive, likewise, it won't go well for you. All right, Mr. D.
Thank you, Your
You're
Honor.
good.
Just approaching on a new fugitive case, it's Robert Mizell. And Judge, he would like to have a bond set. It's kind of an odd one, Judge. It's failure to possess the required license for home improvement or residential construction. And basically, Judge, he told me that he owned a construction company, but he's totally blindsided by this charge.
Good morning, Mr. Mazzell.
Good morning.
Your lawyer's asking for me to set you a bond. You're
Yes, sir.
now stand charged with, I guess you said home improvement fraud.
Judge, essentially, that's what it sounds like the allegation is. It's a failure to possess the required license for home improvement.
I have your fraud.
This was in 2020, during the 3 hurricanes that hit Louisiana. And according to City Hall, and we went down to everybody and they said we didn't need one because it was an emergency situation. Everything was flooded and devastated and we were just trying to help out.
My only issue is that this is now a second fugitive case that you have.
The first one was a lady that we did work for.
Let's be careful.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, sorry.
This, Mr. Mazzell, is that, we usually, as a matter of courtesy, I guess, so to speak, we'll give you a chance when you get one fugitive case. But we can't continue to do the same thing over and over and over.
Understood.
Amy, what do you know anything about this?
Yes, so first off, state is opposed to a bond. This particular case is because he didn't have a license, but it originated out of the fact that the complaining witness, after a hurricane, had paid the defendant money to repair her house. He did not do so. The money amount was.
So he allegedly took money for fixing the house and didn't do the work.
Correct. And then when the officers went to go look him up, he didn't have a license under that name. So that's the basis for that charge. We are, of course, opposed to a bond given that he has had a prior fugitive case. He was granted a bond on that one, but he didn't actually show up. Looking back at our notes. The only reason.
So we gave him a bond, he bonded out and he didn't show up?
No, he appeared,
No.
yes, he appeared in court on that day when you guys provided him a bond. He appeared in our court here in Harris County.
Okay.
The only reason that case was dismissed is because I believe that the main jurisdiction in that case had recalled their warrant or something of that nature.
So he didn't turn himself in.
No,
The lady that was charging us, I ended up paying her $21,000. And she dropped the case.
How? I suppose, we can't just take everybody's word for
Well,
what they
but
said.
first off, I did not know that even the warrant existed. So I had no idea. But I ended up paying the lady off. I gave her some money and said, okay, that's good, we're fine. I truly didn't think we did a very good job.
Okay.
But may I ask you this? This is an LLC. I have a business, or had a business partner at the time. We were 50-50 in the business. I just wonder why I'm the only one being charged here. I mean,
Facts beyond what I would know anyways. The simple thing about it is that I gave you a bond last time. You bonded out.
Yeah.
You didn't show up. And now you have another fugitive case. We can't
I
continue.
bonded
we
out
can't
and I
continue.
paid the lady off and she dropped the
That
charges.
case was dismissed? Is that
Yeah, the
correct?
case was dismissed.
Not because he showed up like he was supposed to.
I see what you're saying,
He
Judge.
came to court on the day that he was due to go turn himself in Louisiana. I don't know, but I can't continue to do the same thing. The good news for you, Mr. Mazel, is that it's Louisiana. So we have buses coming from Louisiana probably 2 times a week. So from the time that you waive, within the next probably 2 to 3 days, you'll be back in Louisiana to be able to answer the charge. But I'm not going to just continue to give bonds on fugitive cases when you continue to pick them up. Because
Got it?
okay. Has he waived or did he refuse?
To refuse extradition.
Okay, so you need to decide what you would like to do. If you want to waive extradition, I would say probably within the next, 3 days, Louisiana will be here to come get you. If you want to refuse, which is well within your right, the state can get a governor's warrant, but that'll take 90 days. And at that time, they can have you remanded
I can
back.
sit in jail for 90 days. No, I'm not interested in that.
So, but I'll let you talk to James to figure out what you guys want to do, and then you just let me know.
Okay.
Mr. D.
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
Your Honor, I'm trying to find out where are we with Sean Sullivan?
Sorry.
Yes, okay, Judge. Sean Sullivan, Judge, is my
You
understanding.
got it. Okay.
Yes, I have the case. I wanted to know, were you concerned with DVD? Did you want to get any DVD
Sir,
involvement?
Michelle?